Well, I am willing to bet this is not the first one of these doggone things that anybody's ever seen. I bought this the other day. It's an old 309. I don't feel like this old picker's ever picked a lot of corn. You can kind of see there's some paint there, and paint still on the rollers, snappers, other way I should say. I really kind of think this picker might have only ever had maybe 100 acres through it. The guy that bought it knew they didn't grow corn very long. And he went to work in town and just went to running a few beef cows, and he quit growing corn probably in the 70s, late 70s, and it sat till last year in a farm, and I don't know, it might even sat outside a year because he was trying to make room for hay. And then these guys bought it, and they was trying to go and get in the squirrel corn business. They were row crop farmers, but they were going to sell squirrel corn. And I went over and actually got it running for them. I had to cut a few chains and take a link out of a couple of chains for them and kind of make sure it was going to work. But picked it up pretty reasonable. So I guess as a gateway, I won't be running a John Deere picker this fall. I'll be running a new idea. Well, provided, I mean, if something if this thing had like some kind of a catastrophic failure, I would probably go down there and get my other picker out of the barn to get through. But kind of excited about using it because I don't have to use. I can use a couple of different tractors to hook to it if I want to. Got one more thing I've got pending bought from the same bunch, but I can't buy it till October, and I really don't want to get too much into that because I mean I might not, something could come up and I might not get it, and I don't want to mislead nobody. It's something I really can't afford, but I can't afford to let go. So. But I want to show you something else that you may not have ever seen one of because they primarily are in the South, where I'm at. Most of y'all have heard of John Blue CDS Corporation makes pumps. But some people may not know they used to be in the boom sprayer manufacturing business. Nitrogen applicators and boom sprayers. That's the tag on it. It's pretty hard to see. That's 1977. Tillage toppers. They used to make a lot of tillage toppers. They made a tractor for a short period of time. I actually met a guy one time that worked in the plant. He welded those tanks with what he did for a living. Those, and that's not a stainless tank. That's a galvanized tank. He said we used to weld those underwater when he worked down there. But I had to go get that pump. The original pump that was on it failed. I bought the whole sprayer for $600, and it was spraying, and that was years ago. And the pump went down, wouldn't pump anymore, so I just took it off and we threw it in the car. It's an hour and a half to John Blue's down in Huntsville. I just drove in. I didn't call down there. I just showed up, and they let me go in the back and talk to the guys, and I showed them what I had, and they was like, you know, that thing is just too old. He said, we don't even have all the parts, and said it would cost you about $800 to get it built. But they said, we'll sell you a new pump out the back door for $1,600. So, with a warranty, so I just bought a brand new pump. But, like I say, I don't know. There's not many of these old things left anymore. They've been used up. But I don't know how far north they ever sold a John Blue sprayer. But I like the old thing. It's simple. Me and it get along pretty good. You just ground drive, drop that clutch in. This handle's supposed to have a rope on it, and you hook a rope in that eyelet, and then you can put the rope on the tractor seat, and then you can jerk that rope, set that tripper right there in and out. But they used to sell a lot of tillage toppers down here. People put them on like a Forest City do-all or field cultivator or whatnot, and they had one drive tire went off the back, and they had a tank, one of those tanks that set up on top of your tillage tool, and worked pretty good. That's just a whipped up homemade rinse tank that I put on there. And after I busted my butt, I put them steps on it, trying to get up there and pour some stuff in one time with some wet feet. But anyway, I'll shut up. But yeah, I figured got to have a little work done to it, but I didn't know how many people have ever even seen a John Blue, an actual John Blue sprayer. But anyway, y'all take care.